Hi, my name is Jennifer Grisenti. I'm from the San Carlos Apache Reservation. I'm a student at the Tohono O'odham Community College, and my story today is about cottonwood trees and riverbeds. My interest in cottonwood trees began with the question, why is it special to me? I can remember when I was 7 or 8 years old. My dad would take us to the river to play in the water. Dad was a Navy veteran, and his interest in the rocks, water, and plants always made it a learning experience with him. We lived about 10 minutes away from the river, and it was always our summer playground. There were times we would catch the minnows and the tadpoles and make a pool of water for them to swim. We would get a window screen and have one person chase the fishes downstream into our screen just to see if we would catch a big fish. One time when the floods would come and wash away the cottonwood trees, the scary sight of the quick and high brown waves of foaming brown water of the flood passing quickly downstream. The loud noise of the water rushing down could be heard from the house, and we had to wait several days to check to see if it was okay to go to the river. Sometimes the gravel road had a bridge that was washed out. I recall the fresh clay that laid on the edges of the riverbed. We would walk in it and get stuck. It was so thick, but it had no rocks to hurt our feet when we were barefoot. Logs and branches that got stuck on the willow and cottonwood trees would be wrapped around the big trees. Small stems of trees would be bent but survived along the strong water. The course of the river changed its course and redirected the depth and the length of the water as it flowed south. When the water cleared, we found plenty of watering holes, and you could stack rocks to make walls and swim in water 3 feet deep. I could remember the long days of swimming and getting a sunburn. We would stay long enough until we got hungry and went home to eat lunch. There were many times we would play with the tree branches and made walls with the greens. We would play house on the dry sandbar. We would use the smooth rock for a table and chair, and it was fun when there was a group of people to play with. I have a memory of Mom asking us to bring a big smooth rock to carry home. She remembers as a little girl when the winter would come, she said she would make a fire and put the smooth flat rocks by the fire and heat it up, then wrap a towel or blanket and use it to keep warm as a heater. I can remember our family doing that too, but putting the smooth flat rocks in the oven to heat that way. When it got hot enough, my mom used the pot holders and laid it in a towel as we slept with the rocks to keep warm at night. There were many times Dad used the cottonwood for kachina dolls. We took the dry root. After looking for the root, we would find them and we would bring them home. The flood always uprooted the big cottonwood trees and it made it easier. Plus, it was nice to walk in the sand. Now that I am older and when I look at the way the river changes and runs, the cottonwood trees have changed. There is now a dam upstream that blocks the water. Now, I did a study over the summer and I learned that it could do harm to the cottonwood trees and also to the fishes. The cottonwood has a root system that relies on its water source. With the low water all year round, I have noticed more invasive species growing in the riverbed. For example, the saltwater evergreen is scattered in the riverbed. This was not common before. There are also many mesquite and shrubs getting into the riverbed. The soil does not have clay anymore. It is solely river rock and sand. The cottonwood trees are overgrown and there is not balance in the growth of the trees. When the flood would come, it would show regrowth and make room for the baby cottonwood trees and clear out the old trees. There is nothing like that happening. There are more people that live by the river and causing more summer arsons and purposely burning the trees. There are ecosystems of fishes, reptiles, and birds and animals that utilize the river. I think it is sad to see humans destroying it. There is a need to be more protection of caring for the ecosystem and the cottonwood trees. The memories I have are why the cottonwood trees are special to me. I hope there is more awareness of the forestry and game and fish department to care for the ecosystem in the river. I think there should be more publicity on why we need water flow in the river. I hope I can make a difference by telling my story of what I remember of the river I knew when I was growing up. Thank you. And this is my story of Cottonwood Trees and the riverbed. Thank you.